let's move on from the history lesson, like the references episode wise, and like what was your favorite, like if you can say, like episode from from their adventures, which one stood out to you? Like I already said, the one where Mugen, like that one really stood out. So what was that for you?
I don't remember this properly, but wasn't there some guy who Jin fought and then Mugen also fought and he beats one of them and the other guy kills him? I forgot the.
There was one
Hold
guy
on.
who Jin and Mugen. Are you talking about the guy in the end, the Shogun Samurai, Kagetoki?
I think so because
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mugen fights him and loses, right?
Mugen doesn't lose, but Mugen couldn't beat him. Like he gets cut here, and then
Yeah,
Jin is like, "I'll fight him. You go and get Fu. Like go on the boat and get Fu."
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and Jin also had his this thing like he thought back to his master and how he could become better,
Yeah,
and then in the end he uses when he's going to stab the sword straight into his stomach, he stabs him in
he
that one
stabs him at the
moment. That
same
was pretty
time.
cool.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
that was pretty
yeah,
cool.
I think that episode was the coolest.
That was the
The
last
last episode was a
episode.
little.
That was the last
No, it was the
episode.
second last, right?
No, no, it's the
Wasn't it the
last.
second last?
No.
Okay, then the
So
rest of the episode was.
I don't know. You're
I'm
probably
not
talking
sure.
about the
It's
last few minutes
questionable.
that you don't like, but before that, that's what
Yeah,
happened. Yeah.
probably. I just didn't like the ending. If by ending I mean what happens right before the show closes down.
Yeah, I think I know exactly what you're talking about.
The climax was fine. The climax of the fight was fine.
The ending seems
But the
fine to
ending,
me.
no, okay. Can we get into that? Are we
Yeah,
ready
sure.
for a
Let's
rant?
get into it.
Okay, now here is a guy that Mugen can't beat, like can't touch at all. Okay, and it's been implied through the series that Jin and Mugen are on the same level, right?
Well, I don't know that, but yeah, that's what they say.
Yeah, and Mugen can't touch this guy. Okay, we can chalk it up to this guy being trained in the arts and Mugen being more of a
Yeah,
freestyle swordsman, so he can't touch him. Okay, understandable. And then Mugen goes on his merry way, and Jin takes over. And now Jin wasn't able to fight this guy either. He was losing terribly until he thought of that one thing from
he
his
wasn't
sensei,
losing
and this
terribly.
is what helps him.
He just avoided the last. He lived in the last fight. He avoided it. He just got a little scar here, right?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
He still got a
yeah.
deep wound.
No, but
It wasn't a little scratch. It was
it
a deep
wasn't.
wound.
But he didn't like. He didn't get owned. Like they fought for a good while. Like
He got owned.
not really. He didn't. Otherwise, he would have instantly. I think
It's
Mugen.
like
Mugen had a harder time fighting this guy than Jin did. If you see that part.
yeah, of course. But still, this was like Conor McGregor versus this guy.
Yeah. So of course Jin
What's
was
his name?
better. Like
I forgot his
Kagetoki
name.
was. I don't know who you're talking about. Khabib. I don't know.
No, who was the boxer? Oh shit.
What? Conor McGregor versus the boxer. Ah shit. Fuck. We have terrible boxer. I know who you're talking about. The guy with
Yeah,
M
we
who's
have
the
terrible
champion.
name. Yeah, and that match went on for a while, but
Mayweather.
McGregor was losing from the start.
Yeah.
Floyd Mayweather, yeah. So that guy was losing from McGregor was losing from the start.
Yeah.
It was pretty obvious.
Yeah.
It was the same with Jin. Jin was losing from the start. It was pretty obvious. And then he finally thought back to that one thing his teacher told him and managed to get a stab out. But here's the thing. The stab he took should have been of equal value to the stab he gave back. Because he left himself intentionally open to be stabbed in that area.
Yeah.
So he fully expected him to die taking this guy down.
Yeah.
And then but at the end of it, he just walks up like, "Yo, what's up? I'm fine. How's
No,
it going?"
you know what? I actually, or I thought at the end both of them would die for sure. Like
Exactly.
because of the damage they took throughout the last episode. You know, like even Mugen getting a cut here, then going there. Like even at the church, he took so much damage.
Yeah.
Like I thought they would, and I think if you see Jin get stabbed like right in the back, if you see that.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, is that? I'm not sure, but I'm like, oh, is that his spine? Like, I don't know how they managed to live, but yeah, even I thought they
And
would
they managed to
definitely be dead.
recover so quickly. In the next part, they're all like, "La la 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 la. Let's go on our next
No,
adventure."
and another weird thing is right. So Jin is been hurt in the back, and he's like up on the cliff, and then Fu and Mugen
Yeah.
are downstairs, like below the cliff. You can see there's a good height. And then
Yeah.
the next scene, like Jin is suddenly next to Mugen. He just comes down walking. He's like, "You're still alive." That was very weird. I'm like, how did you come down all this way? Did you just like jump off the
I
cliff
know,
or
right?
something? That part was very weird to me.
I
Yeah.
know, right? And like, come on, this is the perfect time to kill both of them. They both have done their job.
Yeah.
They both have finished the purpose they came for. Kill them. Okay, fine. You didn't kill them. They somehow survived. It's
Yeah.
anime. I can understand. But then after that, they go their separate ways.
They go their separate ways. Yeah. That
like,
was very
like,
weird.
don't you think that after all the adventures, after finding out her father is literally dead and there's nothing she can do to help him, nor can she be with him, the least she could have done is be like, hey, you guys,
They
you
just
helped
go.
me, you made sure
Yeah.
I survived for this long. And she's like, okay, bye, I don't need you guys, fuck you. And all the while it's because of them that
Yeah.
she gets food. So what is up with that? I don't understand that. It's like she just throws them away and they throw her away and each other away. And I was like, okay, this is going to be some kind of bait. They're going to go the different ways and they're going to come back together.
That's what I thought. That I was waiting for them to come back together, but then they ended. I'm like, I don't know why he made them go their different ways. Like, I'm just trying to think what he was trying to think. Probably, I don't know if it's right, but I don't know. Was he?
Maybe
What?
maybe he was getting pressure to make a season 2 of it or a part 2 of it, and he was like, I'm not doing that. So he's just like, oops, they went their separate ways. They can't find each other again. Unfortunate.
Probably, maybe it was just like, how it happens. Like, you're going on a journey, you meet travelers, and in the end you'll go your own ways. It was probably something like that, which actually happens.
Yeah,
I'm
but
not
that's
sure.
different. I don't pick up the traveler and be like, you help me find this guy.
Yeah, no. Yeah, it's not as intense of a
Okay,
journey.
you know what?
don't-
It's like
you don't-
it's like this. Okay, it's like this. You go to Japan. Okay, you're in Japan, and I need to find you
Yeah.
because I need you for animation
Yeah.
or graphic design or something. And then on the flight to Japan, I'm talking to the guy next to me, and that guy is like, oh, I'm an animator. I also do graphic design. And I'm like, hey, if you're a graphic designer and he's a graphic designer, help me find my friend. I have decided you have to find my friend. And that guy's like, what? Why me? I'm like, well, you both are graphic designers.
Well, we
That's
don't
literally
live
the
in
same
anime,
thing.
We don't live in anime, and I'm just trying to play devil's advocate. I'm just trying to see what he would think there. I don't know what he was thinking. I'm just trying to figure it out.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It makes more sense for them to stay together at the end
Yeah,
than
it
the
does.
beginning.
I thought they just go together in their own way and like walk around. But even I think the last ending song was like just them walking on their own, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was very weird.
What the hell is Fu going to do? What does Fu do after that?
We don't know.
She's a useful character, but she doesn't have the ability to get food like these two do.
Yeah, I don't know what, she probably works somewhere or something. I have no idea what they're gonna do
So
after. I think both these guys can
So why
survive,
go
but I
back
don't
to
know
her
what she's
old
gonna do.
life?
Yeah. She could have,
It makes no sense.
yeah, it's very weird.
I didn't like that. I didn't like that part of the ending. That was questionable at best.
Yeah, the ending was really weird. They all just go off alone their own ways and just keep walking.
Yeah, I really like what happened. I like the climax where all the
Yeah.
fights happen, where Jin takes out that guy, Mugen takes out the other guy, and then we realize that Sunflower Samurai is literally just a shell of a person on the
Uh-huh.
verge of dying.
Yeah.
So
No,
yeah, so that I can.
yeah, it was. I think they did that in an interesting way. That wasn't like this OP character just waiting for them to come. I don't think I would
Yeah.
have liked it if
They
they
had
went
to
that
nerf
way.
him.
Yeah. I nerf is an understatement here, I think.